What's up, everybody? Good evening. Good evening. Welcome back. We got to catch up on the story. Austin Drummond, Tennessee. A lot of updates, videos, on the run, sightings. Everybody and their mama's following the story. Every time something happens, I get a text. Mel, you got to cover this, Mel. Perfect. Okay, all right. So let's get started. What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. Good evening. And let's talk a bit about Austin Drummond, the story out of Tennessee where 4 people were murdered. I've covered this, I think, 2 times, maybe, or 3, maybe 2, probably. And he hasn't been caught. So let me give you a little bit of the timeline. I have some videos. These are the victims here that you see up top. People that were murdered. And so July 29th, 2025, 3:10 p.m., a 7-month-old baby is found abandoned in a car seat on the front lawn of a random Tigrit, Dyer County, Tennessee. Like a home, I guess. Later that evening, 4 family members of the infant are discovered dead in a wooded area along Carrington Road. Here's the people here. James Wilson, 21 years old. Adriana Williams, 20 years old, Courtney Rose, 38, and Brandon Williams, 15 years old. By July 31st, Austin Drummond is named as the primary suspect. He is officially wanted for 4 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated kidnapping, firearm-related charges. He's considered armed and dangerous. 2 of his associates, Tanika Brown and Javante Thomas, were arrested and charged with accessory after the fact. And then a 3rd individual, Dara Sanders, 23, is arrested August 4th. Drummond has a long-ass criminal history. At the age of 16, 2013, he robbed a Circle K at a convenience store in Jackson at gunpoint, stealing roughly $44. Okay. He was convicted of aggravated robbery and sentenced to 10 years, later extended by 3 years after pleading guilty to 13 counts of retaliation. He spent a decade behind bars, accruing more than 24 disciplinary incidents ranging from gang involvement and assault to possession of contraband weapons. He was identified as and confirmed as a gang member of the Vice Lords. The Vice Lords. So let me just show you a little bit like a map here before I get to the video clips and everything. A map. Okay. So this is in Tennessee. And on July 29th, the baby was found abandoned in Tigrit, Tennessee. You see here on the map. Make sure you guys can see it. Tigrit, Tennessee. Baby found abandoned. Then the 4 bodies were found in Lake County. So up here, Lake County, around 40 to 60 miles away. That's where the bodies were found. And then the suspect vehicle found, location 1, Jackson, Tennessee, a white 2016 Audi, believed to belong to Drummond, is found abandoned. So Jackson's down here. Jackson, I believe that's Jackson. Sorry, Miss Jackson. And then we're going to get into the confirmed sightings. So on the run, has assistance from, I don't know if those are his gang members that are helping him.
Accused of killing 4 family members, leaving only a baby alive, is on the run this morning. A $17,000 reward is out for information to find Austin Drummond. 2 men have been arrested for allegedly helping Drummond and have charged them with accessory to first-degree murder. Former Assistant FBI Director Chris Schwecker joins me now. Chris, good morning to you. Great to see you.
And honestly, when I saw that one of the people that was arrested for accessory, Tanika Brown, I thought that was a woman. What the?
Former Assistant FBI Director Chris Schwecker joins me now. Chris, good morning to you. Great to see you. We are dealing with quadruple homicide in Tennessee, and this suspect is armed and dangerous and has been on the run for some time now. And I can imagine the arrest of these two people who had an interaction with him after the fact is going to be huge in helping investigators find his whereabouts.
Yeah, I think so. When you have accomplices, that always increases your chances, of finding a fugitive like this. That gives you a lot of leads to work with. You can flip them. You can find out.
They said he was armed with a black rifle, an AR-15 style platform. I'm going to show you guys in a little bit the rifle. I'm kind of recapping for everybody and for myself because we missed probably like 2 days worth of updates and stuff.
What they know. They have charges hanging over them. They can, if they're not the main perpetrator, they get an opportunity to make a deal. So that's a good set of leads there. And of course, in this day and age, mobile phones, cars, they all have trackers in them. So this has some really sinister overtones, though. And this guy was a career criminal, paroled against the recommendation of the district attorney, who says he's a confirmed member of the Vice Lords and a very dangerous person. Wow. So even though he was dangerous, he was paroled out.
Okay, so Austin Drummond is
story of our lives, right? Like a lot of those stories that we cover, there's people that are violent, let back out into society. That's what we talked about with the Cincinnati thing earlier. We covered we watched Vivek talk about it. These people that are just being let back out on the streets.
Believed to have known his victims, the parents, grandmother, and uncle of this infant. And one of the investigators in this case said Drummond did show a sign of compassion because he dropped the baby off at an area where the child could be found. I don't know how much compassion somebody can show after murdering 4 people, but I understand what an investigator is saying when it comes to dropping the baby off. And the investigator goes on to say, so there is hope for him to be able to come in and have a conversation about what happened. What are the chances that that happens, that he voluntarily gives himself up?
I mean, I think it's possible, and I think they're playing to him by putting that out there publicly on the assumption that he's watching or listening to the news, and they're basically talking directly to him, trying to get him to come in. He doesn't seem like the kind of career, he's a career criminal, as I mentioned. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that'll turn himself in. Even his own attorney made a comment that I thought was kind of interesting, which was no comment. And I think he said that because he's afraid of the guy. He doesn't want the guy coming after him.
Probably,
so, yeah. This guy is very armed and dangerous. I mean, armed and dangerous, sometimes just a moniker you put on a fugitive's wanted poster, but this guy is thoroughly armed and dangerous. Danger of a carjacking, a home invasion, just to find a place to hold out or to get transportation. So, we need to get him in custody as soon as possible. Well,
I'm going to be saying a lot of similar words in this next story that I wanted to ask you about, because another horrible situation, this time unfolding in Montana, where a man walks into a bar at 10.
Yeah, we talked about the Montana thing. This is a good little video, too. Let me just play this.
At 10 starts right now. And we have breaking news at 10 as the hunt for the man accused of killing a family of 4 is in day 6.
Still at large?
And tonight, there is an increase in the reward for anyone who can help officers find Austin Drummond. Thank you so much for joining us at 10. I'm Carolyn Serta. Now, Drummond is wanted for killing 4 families.
He was such a nice guy growing up.
A baby in front of a stranger's home. Fox 13's Troy's Grant has been following this investigation very closely. She is live tonight in Jackson, where authorities tonight are still looking for Drummond. Now, Troy's investigators hope this new reward will help in their manhunt.
Yes, Carolyn, the U.S. Marshal increased their portion of the reward to $10,000. That, in addition to TBI $7,500, makes the grand total to $17,500 for anyone that can bring any information that will lead to the arrest of 28-year-old Austin Drummond, who has been on the run for about 6 days now. Both local and federal agencies have been working around the clock to catch the suspect since Tuesday. That's when Dyer County deputies first discovered a baby abandoned in the front yard, strapped in a car seat. Just after 11 that night, deputies found 4 bodies in Lake County. By Wednesday afternoon, they'd identified them as the baby's parents, uncle, and grandmother. And Thursday, the TBI named Austin Drummond as the suspect. Friday and Saturday, investigators said they found 2 vehicles they believe Drummond was using while on the run.
Yeah.
While they're still searching for him tonight, they have made 2 other arrests. Yesterday, the TBI announced they'd arrested Takana Brown and Giovante Thomas. Both are charged with accessory after the fact and tampering with evidence.
Working to determine all the facts of the case and to bring the identified individual, Austin Robert Drummond, in to determine what he may know about this tragic incident.
It's not confirmed if either of these guys were with Drummond at the time when he dropped that baby off. Now, as for these 2 men, we do not have much on their criminal history. Thomas was in Madison County for failure to appear, but neither one of them are in the Tennessee Department of Corrections.
Okay. So, I do want to play this in a second. Maybe that later. Tipton residents reassured.
Northwest Tennessee, the seat of Lake County, is feeling reassured after 3 suspects have been charged in connection to the quadruple homicide.
It's only a matter of time.
Last week, Action News 5 Michaela Redmond has spent much of the last week up in Lake County. She joins us live from outside the Lake County courthouse, where a judge discussed 2 of the suspects accused of allegedly assisting in this case. Michaela?
Yeah, Judge Andrew Cook discussed 23-year-old Diara Sanders and 29-year-old Tanaka Brown. The other suspect, 29-year-old Giovante Thomas, will be in court this Thursday. Now, the community here in Tiptonville says it's great that arrests are being made, but they want to see Drummond taken into custody. Nearly a week ago, this small town of Tiptonville was turned upside down after 4 bodies were found dead in a wooded area off Carrington Road.
Especially the people that live out there close to where they were, they, know that something like that happened right there, and having something like that happen close to where you live, it's got to be terrifying.
Johnny Warren, a resident here, says the situation has left the community on edge and scared, and pushing many residents to take extra steps to protect themselves until the suspect, Austin Drummond, is caught.
For a while he was still around here, I was packing mine just to make sure he stayed away from my family.
Warren lives just around the corner from the Lake County courthouse, where Judge Andrew Cook discussed 2 of the 3 suspects now facing charges for helping Drummond. 23-year-old Diara Sanders, the latest arrest, is charged with accessory after the fact for first-degree murder. 29-year-old Tanaka Brown is facing the same charge, along with an additional charge for tampering with evidence. Warren says while the arrests are reassuring, the community keeps thinking about the type of justice Drummond deserves.
I hope he fights back. Cops need some target practice. If he thinks he's high enough that he can decide who can live and die, then maybe he needs to go talk to the one that really does have that effect.
The judge is giving Sanders until Thursday to hire an attorney. If she doesn't by then, she will have a source hearing on the 14th of this month.
Okay, so 3 arrested. 3 arrested. Let's a little bit look of the map. 3 arrested. Victims found near Carrington Road, close to the Tiptonville area. Also, I guess considered Lake County. Yeah, Lake County. And then, apparently also Northwest Correctional, where Drummond served time. So where he served time is very close to where he killed these people, allegedly. August 2nd, pickup tied to case found near Burt Mill Road. July 29th, infant found near Old Highway 20. Drummond's Audi found. Drummond has ties to the Jackson area. If he's in Jackson, I actually thought he was going to get caught today. Is it 4 that was arrested? 4? We'll let me find out who's the 4th person. They're saying 4 now. Tell me who and why. I don't know. This is telling me 3 people. Let me see. They're saying 4. Let me try Google. Mm-hmm. I don't know about 4 arrests. I see 3rd suspect arrested. I see 3rd person arrested. Female? I guess if you guys can send me the name then. When I'm looking on Google, I see 3. Da-da-da-da. Okay, this one's from a couple hours ago. Another arrest. Well, here it says a 3rd arrest. Dara Sanders. That's the lady we just talked about. So I'm seeing 3. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. She was the 4th. Well, the articles are saying 3. All right. So this is the video that's come out. Drummond last seen wearing full camouflage and a brown backpack. Police say he was also armed with a rifle. Ooh, let's get the full screen here. Ooh. Nick Burris at 3. Oh, what's he doing over here? Jimmy surrendered, and he was charged. I made a post about it on X. I was trying to get into different places. I think he was charged for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He's trying to get into the church? Why? Amen. With a gun like that? Wow. He knocked on the door too? I thought I heard like a knock. The backpack, camouflage. And this one is at 11 in the morning. Ugh. Sorry, 11 at night. It's not 11 in the morning, 11 at night. Wow. So that place has got to be on high alert. People that live out there in Jackson. They said the second sighting was at the Cornerstone Community Church. That's this one here. Second sighting, Cornerstone Community Church. What the? Looks like he's ready to go out in the blaze of glory. Go out in the fight. Mm. Yeah, there's a 4th person apparently. Brandon Powell arrested on drug and criminal conspiracy charges and allegedly linked to the case. Driftwood Drive, Jacksonville, Tennessee. Is that him again? Whoa. That's Monday. That's Monday, it says. Let me see. August 4th, Monday. 4:34 in the morning. There he is, creeping, walking. I guess during the day he probably stays still or lays low, and at nighttime he moves, I guess. Maybe. Smile and be happy. The Vice Lords. Now they're saying this was earlier in the day. Everybody was talking about this SWAT clearing shed in Pipkin Road area. Damn, so they still haven't found this guy. That's crazy. He hasn't been caught. Does he have a survival experience, military experience? No, right? I killed 4 people. He knows. Does Tennessee have the death penalty? Let's take a look. Punishment is fully legal. Capital punishment is fully legal. They did have a pause though at some point. Map confirmed Austin Drummond sightings, White Oaks Drive in Jackson, Tennessee, and also the Cornerstone Community Church in Jackson, Tennessee. Austin Drummond, a dangerous felon with a history of robbery, attempted murder, and weapons charges, now faces 4 counts of first-degree murder. He is currently at large in the Jackson area. I would think he's still probably in that area, unless he was able to sneak out. But I really thought they were catching this guy today. I guess not. Close on his trail. Burris. I was gonna play this video here real quick. This one, I thought this one. Let's check this out.
It's scary. Who could have done that? Who could have left a baby at it somewhere with strangers outside in this heat? I mean, who would do that?
Exactly. Who would do that? Welcome back. We have some new developments to share with you as the manhunt continues this morning for the wanted suspect in the case of 4 murders and the abandonment of a baby. Authorities have charged 2 others in connection to the case. Tanika Brown and Giovante Thomas are charged with accessory after the fact. Investigators believe both men assisted suspect Austin Drummond. The bodies of 4 adult family.
Oh, you know what I forgot to read real quick? Rose had posted this. Apparently, allegedly, this is new. So apparently, for the people that maybe have been keeping everything up to date, maybe this is something new you haven't heard. A man claiming to be Austin Drummond's father contacted this news station this afternoon in hopes of sharing a letter regarding the ongoing investigation. There are no words for the level of sadness we feel for the 4 young lives that were taken. The thought that our son could be responsible for such a tragedy is devastating. We urge Austin to turn himself in and end the panic and misery so many are feeling. The Drummond family. Okay.
Family members were found in a wooded area in Lake County, Tennessee. The baby's mom.
Where's Dog the Bonnet? Oh shit, wait, he's dead.
Williams,
right? Wait, did he die?
Dad,
not Dog, right? I'm thinking of Hulk Hogan.
James Wilson, the baby's grandmother, 38-year-old Courtney Rose, and the baby's uncle, 15-year-old Braden Williams.
That was
on Friday, investigators held a press conference and warned the public about Austin Drummond.
Yeah, maybe they need Dog the Bounty Hunter. Where's the dog?
They also talked about his long rap sheet.
Austin Drummond was convicted in Madison County several years ago for an aggravated robbery. He was sentenced to the Tennessee Department of Corrections, and he was housed at Northwest Correctional, which is in Tiptonville in Lake County. He completed that sentence. So it's what we call flattening the sentence. So he doesn't actually come out on parole or probation. He's just released because he's done all of his time in prison. While he was in prison...
Yeah, that's true. Where's all the Tennessee people? Nick the Hat. There's a lot of people that went out to Tennessee for, Summer Wells and I forgot the other one, Riley Strain, and a couple other weird stories out there. And I would think For this story, maybe they'd be out there. I thought some of them were local and
He
stuff.
received other charges. We actually took him to grand jury in Lake County because since it occurred at the prison, then it was in our jurisdiction. He had some drug charges that we indicted him for, and then shortly after that, he actually was charged and indicted in Lake County for attempted first-degree murder, which took place inside the prison. Because he completed his sentence, then that was just like any other sentence that a person on the street would have committed. So what happened is once he was released from the Department of Corrections, the Lake County Sheriff's Department picked him up, just as they would anyone else, brought him to the Lake County Jail, and he made bond. So he has been out on bond on those charges when we think that this was allegedly committed.
Oh, my. Let's talk about this some more. Let's bring in our guests. Still with me, attorney Jennifer Brandt and private investigator Manuel Gomez. All right, Manuel, hearing that criminal history and him being out on bond, what do you think, please?
Well, Julie, I have to say this is the year of the serial killer and the murderer.
Oh,
as we all see to all the cases on court TV.
Behind it, Fargo. It was a beautiful day and they decided to spend it taking lives and ruining lives, including their own. And for what? Over a little bit of money.
Well said. Thank you. Thank you for the 10. Yeah. And that's what's the motive behind this? Was it just money, drugs, disrespect in the hood, disrespect to the gang members?
They let him out is a travesty to our system. The system failed. He was being charged with attempted murder. He was in the Department of Corrections. He should have never been left out. Those people should not be dead. He should have been going to trial. Why did they release him? This is insane. In New York, we don't release them if they got attempted murder charges, drug charges. Yeah, he did his time. I understand that. But letting him make bail, I'm sorry. This was a failure of the system.
I echo everything you just said. I couldn't agree with you more. It is insane. It is insane. The system failed the public here big time. Because you're right, Manuel. He's got an attempted homicide charge. You're right. He served his time on the aggravated robbery charge. This is a different crime that's being alleged here. I mean, that is nuts to me that it would be, oh, he did this in the prison, and then, oh, you can have a bond. Like, this isn't stealing a sandwich at a cafe.
It might as well be.
Hey, this is trying to kill someone. No, there's no reason in the world he should have had a bond. Like, whatever judge gave him a bond and whatever prosecutor had the case, like, I would love to know what in the world those people were thinking. Or weren't they thinking? Because he had to have been brought in, been arraigned. You know, you look at the charges, you look at the history, you know, and who thought it was a good idea to let him go home? This is the kind of thing that happens. It's infuriating. Jennifer Brandt, I would love your thoughts on this. I'm sure you have a lot to say about this guy and whether he should be out at this time.
I 100% agree with both of you. I mean, he was a dangerous individual. He had threatened the jurors at his prior trial.
Oh, really?
After, you know, they brought this up at the parole hearing for him. He was a bad guy. He is a bad guy and not somebody that should be let out on the street, especially when there was reason to still hold him. I mean, yeah, he did his time, but then there were other charges against him. Knowing how dangerous, what a dangerous individual he is, why would anyone think about releasing him into the public? I mean, this is a guy that just went right out and committed another crime even worse than his first. So when are we going to learn to keep these people in jail, especially when there's reason to?
Exactly. Jennifer, you're so right. When are we going to learn? What's it going to take? 4 people are dead. This was a massacre of this family. Manuel, authorities are saying this guy is really dangerous. Don't approach him. They're telling the public, stay away from this guy. How much of a threat to society do you think Austin Drummond is right now?
Well, you brought up a good point, Julie, about his threat. The prosecutor said that this is an isolated incident to the situation. No, he is a bona fide serial killer. He killed 4 people brutally. And this case, he is a danger to the entire Tennessee. And the bottom line is that this case also epitomizes what do you do when a serial killer is coming at you? You have to try to humanize yourself. You got to let him see, hey, my name is Manuel. I'm a father. I have children. This is why when he killed those 4 people, he saved the baby's life because the baby was crying. He saw the vulnerability. He saw the angel. He saw, oh my God, I can't kill this innocence. The baby became humanized. And I can prove that to you because he even put the baby in a child seat, Julie, and dropped her off. All these serial killers have this in common. They see us as objects, and that's why they kill us. The minute we humanize ourselves and they see us as human beings, they won't kill you. But he is a threat to America, and he is more dangerous because he does not want to go to jail.
Well said, Manuel. Excellent.
Yeah, somebody mentioned in the chat, there was another part of it where they said the suspect is known to be a high-ranking member of a gang. He was involved with smuggling drugs into prisons. One time he was accused of using drones to deliver drugs. That is something as they've mentioned. So I don't know. Could that have been something with these victims? Did they owe him money or something or what?
An insight. So we're starting to see what the connection may be. We have a Facebook post from a family member. So Courtney Rose, who's the baby's grandma, and this woman who's writing the post says that Courtney, her husband, and Caitlin Speed are siblings. And she says that Adriana and Braden are their niece and their nephew. And Adriana is the baby's mother. Austin Drummond was Caitlin's boyfriend at one time. She says he was close to our family. We cared about him. We thought he cared about us. He's literally been nothing short of amazing to us and our kids every time he's been around us up until this point. He has been amazing to our niece, who's Caitlin's daughter. We never expected him to cause any harm to anyone, much less anyone in our family. Wow. Jennifer Brandt, what do you think hearing these words from these family members?
Yeah, well, now we know there's a connection, and it's not just a random killing, because you wonder, why would he harm these 4 people and want to kill them? Because, he wasn't robbing them. What could they have, really? But there was some connection. While he may have been nice to the family, who knows? Who knows what went on with he and Caitlin, and whether he was angry, obviously, at her for some reason or the other family members. But as we've pointed out, this is a dangerous individual. He does not value human life. He does not, even people he knows, he had his connection with them. He had been in a relationship with one of them at one point. Doesn't care. He's cold-hearted killer. So he is dangerous, and hopefully they're able to catch him and get him off the street.
He was a nice killer. He spared the baby. So he was nice, Well, I'm glad that the baby's alive, but... Well, Rachel had said in the chat, too, she was like, the reason he didn't kill the baby is not because he feels some empathy in his heart. She said because he knows what they do to baby killers. They will catch his ass.
Good evening, and thank you for watching the news at 10. I'm Pepper Baker. We have breaking news tonight. Just in the past hour, the Jackson Police Department released 2 security videos they say show a suspected killer. Officers say this is Austin Drummond, caught on camera around Pipkin Road. And it appears that he is holding a rifle, wearing camouflage clothing, and tugging on the door. This is another one. He's trying to get inside. And that's why local, state, and federal investigators are warning everyone who lives in that area to lock their doors tonight. ABC 24's Ezekiel Telemaco is live in Jackson, in that area where police say cameras captured Drummond. Ezekiel.
Yeah, Pepper, the manhunt for Austin Drummond is really starting to pick up after new surveillance shows Drummond walking around Jackson armed and in camouflage. Now, this all started on Tuesday when somebody opened up their front door and found a baby in front of their home in Dyer County. And then in Lake County, officials confirmed 4 deaths in Carrington Road in connection to that baby that was found. Now, tonight, new surveillance videos show 28-year-old Austin Drummond walking in front of the 700 block of Pipkin Road. He is seen holding a black rifle, wearing camouflage pants, and a long-sleeve camouflage shirt, and a brown backpack. Police say that this is the most recent and confirmed sighting of Drummond, and they still believe that he's in the area. Now, officers are urging residents near Pipkin Road and Pleasant Plains Road to stay alert, lock up their homes, garages, sheds, and check security cameras for any sightings from Sunday night through today. Earlier today, officers searched around Oil Well Road and County Club Lane, and as of right now, Drummond is still on the run. He is wanted for 4 counts of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and firearm charges. The victims were identified as 21-year-old James Wilson, 20-year-old Adriana Williams, 38-year-old Courtney Rose, and 15-year-old Braden Williams. You know, now the TBI says that Drummond is armed and dangerous, and that reward is now up to $32,500. They say that if you see Drummond, make sure to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Live in Jackson, I'm Ezekiel Telemaco.
Accused and in jail tonight for helping Austin Drummond avoid capture. They are Tanaka Brown, and then Giovante Thomas, Dyer Sanders, and Brandon Powell. ABC 24's camera was the only one there during Brown and Sanders' appearance today in court. The judge set bond at $250,000 each. Lake County District Attorney Danny Goodman had a message for anyone who tries to help Drummond stay on the run.
Until Mr. Drummond is actually in custody, we want to make certain that he doesn't have any more assistance than possible.
Thomas is in the Madison County Jail on an unrelated charge and will be transferred to the Lake County Jail. He and Powell will be in court on Thursday. Again, there is a bigger bounty on the line for help finding Austin Drummond. In the past few hours, that reward jumped to $32,500. Drummond is considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, call 911 or 800-TBI-FIND.
Okay. All right. So I think that's it. I think we're caught up. I just wanted to kind of catch us up on this channel. So if something crazy happens, I mean, the next thing I would think is him getting caught, unless somebody else gets arrested for assisting this guy. And who knows? Yeah, maybe somebody else will be. And will anybody start snitching? Or is that going to be problematic in the gang? Ain't nobody snitching, you know? They need to start giving up some information. So definitely anybody, local people out there, be careful, be safe, lock your doors, as they said. You should probably carry. If you're out there, you should carry. Carry out there, man. Them people crazy. Well, this guy's crazy. He killed a teenager. Yeah, killed a teenager, killed a kid. This lady said Brandon. It appears Brandon has already been released. Oh, wait. She said he is not connected to the quadruple murder involving Austin. Reportedly, he was friends with Austin, but that's the extent. TBI is still only reporting 3. Maybe that's why the 3 and the 4th number keeps going back and forth. I guess we'll have to see. Boom, 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 boom. There's a lot of backstory about the girlfriend. People are going to snitch for $30K, yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's it, man. Yeah, so we'll call it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and joining me. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Today was very busy. I was surprised how busy it was. Look for iCkEdMeL. I don't think there's anything. I'll take a look, but I saw the scanner was on earlier, but there was nothing interesting. Ain't nothing, pimping. A man who says he has a child with the woman thought to be Austin Drummond's connection to a murdered family spoke exclusively. Exclusively. We can watch this before we go. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what he had to say.
Or like not knowing if your kid's okay or not.
Now, as we continue to untangle this web, a man who says he has a child by the woman thought to be Drummond's connection to the murder victim is talking only with Fox 13 News. Last night, Fox 13 told you a family member said on social media that Drummond was in a relationship with the sister of the woman killed. Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson is in Dyer County live. Daniel, you talked with Cade Butler, the man we just heard from, and this is the closest we've gotten to anyone connected to the victim so far.
That is right. DG, good evening to you. Good evening to you at home. The man who I spoke with says he had concerns about Drummond far before this happened, but he admits he did not know he was capable of what he's accused of.
I had a feeling like he was a bad guy, you know, just by looking at him.
Cade Butler is concerned about his 4-year-old daughter.
That's discrimination.
Well, he went to prison for the first time. I found it online. Just whenever my daughter moved off with this man, I wanted to know about him, you know. So I did a little research, and, you know, just by what I read, I could tell he wasn't a good guy.
He says his daughter's mother not long ago dated Austin Drummond. The 28-year-old is charged with killing 4 family members. Butler says one of the victims, 38-year-old Courtney Rose, is a sister of his child's mother.
Whenever I seen that her sister and her sister's kids have been killed, I figured it has something to do with him, but I didn't think it was him.
Butler says he's not had contact with his daughter or her mother since 2024 because of a restraining order.
Her mother moved off with him when he got out of prison, and she left the prison working. So it was, I mean, she uprooted my daughter from everything she knew, you know, with him. So I knew something wasn't right.
He's just hoping his daughter is safe.
There's no feeling in the world like not knowing if your kid's okay or not.
Back out here live in Dyersburg, the man who you heard from there, he says at some point he got a call from the prison where Drummond was serving time. More on that at 6. DG.
Okay. Interesting. Now she's pregnant now with Austin's baby. Oh, Lord. No, Rachel. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Okay? Have a good night. Take care. Peace. Thank you so much for stopping by. All right? Gracias. Oh, that was nice, actually. Oh. Gracias. So we're up to date. I think we're up to date on everything. So if there's some major update, we can cover it. Or, I don't know, if there's some in-depth information about somebody in the story, we'll cover it. All right. Good night. Bye. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Wait, there's